first one here is he's the definition of a journeyman, and that is TJ Finley, who's now going to his 5th school. He's headed to Tulane. Darian Mensah headed to Duke, was probably the number 1 quarterback in the portal until John Mateer entered here from Washington State. But Mensah had a really nice breakout year there for Tulane with Coach John Summerall. And this is a guy in TJ Finley who coming out of high school, as we see this graphic here, went to LSU, was not a huge recruit in terms of the star rankings, was a 3-star recruit in the class of 2020, but Bama wanted him, Auburn wanted him, chose to go to LSU, had all the tools. It still does. 6'6", 230-plus pound quarterback with a big arm. But as you see here, LSU, Auburn didn't work out there, was at Texas State and put up his best numbers of his career there at Texas State. Goes to Western Kentucky this last year, gets hurt early in the season, has to have surgery. By the time he comes back in November, Caden Veldenkamp has already cemented himself as the starter, and he's not able to win that job back from him. So TJ Finley to Tulane, this is an interesting one because of obviously how many places he's been, but he's following a guy in Darian Mensah who had such a really good season that Coach Summerall obviously sees the tools to work with here if you're TJ Finley.
Yeah, he's a hometown guy, right? So he is from Louisiana, going back to New Orleans, obviously with Tulane. He's from Ponchatoula. Hopefully I pronounced that right. But I think if you're Tulane, you kept your coach, Coach Summerall. Mensah's gone, big ticket item. I'm sure he got more money than you probably wanted to pay at Tulane. So look, let him move on. You can't play that game. That's fine. You're actually getting a more experienced passer with TJ Finley. They don't want to take a step back as a program. They've had so many positive seasons strung together that they do not want to go in the other direction. And the best way to maintain that is to bring in a guy who has played in the SEC, who has played at G5, over 6,000 yards and 37 touchdowns, but still to me has upside in the right system. And 6'7", 238, that's the kind of the headliner. His whole career, he's been the biggest quarterback we've seen. Usually when he's on the field, he's got a monster arm, huge arm. I mean, he almost looks like Jamarcus Russell. Not to compare it to another guy from that area, but, this is a guy that just really, really has some physical traits. And I think with now the game slowing down for him, he's seen so much. He's learned so much. He's older. He's just an older human being, a more mature, wise human being like any of us would be after all those different stops. This could be his breakout year. And say class of 2020 breakout year in 2025, but the pieces are there. He's in a stable program, and hopefully we see, Mensah, one of the things he did, play action, run game, downfield. This is your classic play action, bomb it downfield quarterback. When you look at his size, when you look at his arm strength, the system fit makes sense. Mensah was one of the most efficient passers in the country as far as being a downfield passer, yards per attempt. I believe he ranked 3rd, tied with Cam Ward. You would like to see TJ Finley be one of those league leaders in yards per attempt, a nationwide leader in yards per attempt, because that means he's using that strong arm, bombing it down the field, play action game with this running game. I love the fit. I think it makes a lot of sense. I'm sure it's a lot cheaper than what you're talking about with Darian Mensah going to Tulane, to Duke. So you can solve other issues that you have on that team. Make sure your talent stays where it's been, as Tulane's been very, very competitive at the G5 level, at a quarterback with experience, and still has significant upside. I don't think we've seen the best out of TJ Finley at the college level. This could be the year.
And this is just crazy, man. This just shows you how long he's been around. This is Coach O giving him the business back at LSU. But no, this is a guy he's seen it all at the college level, man. So best of luck to him after that injury last year. And good fit for him, man. It's got to be cool for him to go back home.
I feel like Coach O's not that small. I mean, look how small he looks compared to this guy.
Yeah.
This one, I got to think he's the biggest quarterback in college football. It has to be.
Yeah, big boy. That's for sure.